Hey there! Today we are going to take a look at the Google App Engine for Java, and in particular we will move the first step by running the example application of the guestbook. So the prerequisite is to have Java. Of course, a JDK, and we normally App Engine works on JDK 6, but it's at the moment in a preview release for um, the version 7. And by the way, version 6 support will be removed later. We don't know how much later. So I think for a new application it makes sense to use JDK 7. I'm currently running on Ubuntu, and I have already JDK 7 installed. I suggest to use Oracle version, um, but in case you don't have it, oh well, if you're on Windows or on Linux, the standard way is just go on the Java download page and download it. But an alternative way is using this repository. So I add the repository. I don't add it at the moment because I have already, but you just press enter and it will add the repository for you. Then we have to run an update, and which I don't run because I already installed, and then an apt-get install for the Oracle Java 7 installer, and it will say that it's already there, but if you don't have it, it will start to download a quite big download and install automatically. The final step to make sure that this version of Java is executed from the command line as default is updating the alternative in this way, so that when I run Java version, I have the confirmation that I'm running Java 7 or 1.7. The second tool that we would need is Maven. Now you can also use Eclipse Java plugin, but for any serious application I recommend using Maven. So to install Maven we go to the website Apache Maven.org, and let's see, download. And the latest version is 3.05, which I recommend to get. So I just click on the download link. Let's go to use local in my case. I want to install it there. And it's already downloaded. I go there, unpack it. Yep, just make sure that it creates a folder. So I extract it, and suggested to set some environment variables like a Maven or home, but I've noticed that Maven works great without them. So the only thing I want to do is make sure that I have a symbolic link allowing me to run Maven from the command prompt. So I create it in that location. So I just make sure to have the symbolic link. So the source is user local Apache Maven 305, probably bin mvn user local bin mvn. Permission denied. Okay, really make it mvn then -v. It confirms that now we have mvn 3005 installed. Great. So now that we have Java, we have Maven, we are ready to install the guestbook project. So let's create a folder. Actually, it's not required because this command will create a folder. MVN archetype generate will list a lot of archetypes, so like standard projects that we can start with, and there are 745. So not easy to go through them, but it's possible to either type a number or a name and filter through them. In our case, the project is com Google App Engine archetypes, guestbook archetype. So I just type that, and now the list has only one item, and so I type 1. Then it tells me which version I want, and I get the number 3. Then it asks me, okay, your project with which group ID and application ID do you want to create it. Let's say that I say it Stefano Locati, and the artifact ID guest book, and the version I accept, and the default package I will say guest book. Alright, so do you confirm creation? Yes, I do. And in the folder guestbook, I have a POM XML. That is our Maven configuration. That includes all necessary to run the application already. Let's do mvn verify to build the package and check that everything is alright. It should run the tests. Okay, there is one test. Okay, and at this point we can run the application as mvn app engine dev server. Alright, I've downloaded the packages and all software required previously. If you execute these same commands on your computer, it will instead download a lot of packages before executing. It won't be this zippy. But apart from that, everything else will stay the same. So it say here dev app server is now running. Great, and so we can test it on port 8080, localhost 8080. If I can type. Okay, and here you go. The guest book. Sign in to include your greetings. Sign in is with the test environment. So it doesn't ask for a password, but this is the same as the Google login. So when deployed to a real application engine, the Google App Engine will ask for password and will use for the login. Now it says I'm logging as test example. This is the default guestbook default, and we post the traditional hello world. And this works. Then I can switch guestbook to another guestbook, and this is empty. I can post a message here, another message, and I can switch back to my default guestbook and make sure that my original message is also there. So everything is working. We managed to install Java, install Maven, and also download the plugin to to work with a Google App Engine application, and even run the example guestbook application. So I think it's enough for this first video, and in the next video we will take a look at this guest application inside Eclipse. Bye.